When I ask new players what they're struggling with or what bosses they would like some help on, I often get questions about Innocence. It's really a step up from most of the other bosses. You can see that the abilities, they are quite easy to dodge. Here I'm just running around to show the abilities, and here I'm standing in. You can see that these fireballs don't actually do that much damage. There's a few moves that will really one-shot you that you really have to look out for, but those will appear in the video a bit later. Here I'm just switching to the next phase because these are all of his moves in this phase. Here it's actually beneficial to kill them as fast as possible, because you see if I just let them stay, then it's just going to be more and more. Like, they do really build up. One group doesn't do that much, but if there's like 4 groups, then sure, it can become a bit of a problem. It takes quite long, this phase, and there's one more phase of this a little bit later. Here he's just doing the same thing again, so I'm just skipping the phase. Here he does get some new abilities, and here he also becomes a lot harder. He will animate these guardians, and these guardians, you can kill them, but they will just slowly walk towards you and hit you with some melee physical damage, I think. All of his moves are very easily avoided. As you can see, the other move he just did, it spawned some things above my head. It was very clear to see. Just move out of the way, be sure not to panic and run into something, and you will notice that the fight is actually really easy. Also here, when you see him do the dash with the lightning, just move out of the way. You can always just back off, or if you follow directly behind him, then you also do not get hit. As you can see here, I didn't get hit, I could just walk right towards him. Here with this attack, I just wanted to show how slow it actually is, because it can get you into a bit of a panic because you're suddenly seeing the large beam and you're seeing that it does a lot of damage. But if you just stay calm, you're always faster than the beam. Even on your normal move speed, I would suggest even using your Quicksilver Flask so that you can really just easily outspeed it. You get no damage and you can even still attack him during the movement. Also, that move, it's very simple. It does a big AoE on the ground, but it's so telegraphed and there's really a few seconds before it even does anything. So as soon as you see it, move out of the way. It's easy. Just skipping to the next phase again. It's basically the same thing as before. The mobs are a little bit stronger and it takes a little bit longer, but that's pretty much it. Of course, I am running this with a highly over-leveled character because I'm just running it with my main character right now. And yeah, so level 85, that does make it a bit different, of course, and a bit easier than when you're doing this on a toon that's actually leveled appropriately for it. Say you're level 40 or something, then this can be quite difficult. I would say make sure that you always have a town portal like already set up. When you enter the room, just set up your town portal. As soon as you're either out of potions or you just notice that it's going a bit too rough, you can always just teleport out. You won't die, you won't have to restart a whole new character just because you messed up once. The closer you are to the guy when he's actually shooting the beam, the easier it is to avoid. But even when you're like super far, it doesn't matter, you're still fast enough. When you see the fireballs, this is the most dangerous move that he has. You just instantly run away. You just move backwards, the fireballs will spread out, and you're able to maneuver between them. Here I'm walking a bit closer to him. You can see that now the beam is nowhere near touching me even. Again, with the fireballs, just run away and just dodge between them. He will spawn maximum 2 or 3 guardians, maximum 3. And as you can see, when they're not animated and they're just statues, you can even use them to block the beam. But I would suggest just running away from it, because it is so slow, it's just as easy. A second way to deal with the fireballs is you can just dash over the fireballs. Once they're done spawning, you just dash over them and it's easy. So I hope you all learned something from the video, and I hope no one ever dies anymore on Innocence, because it's such a waste. If you know the fight and you know the mechanics, you will never have to die here again. Leave some questions if you have them in the comments, and I'll see you next video.